Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Endless Midnight Genesis. I'm James Baxter, and I'm here with my very good friend, Alex Aviles,
Hello, hello, darling.
who has gone above and beyond on his costume tonight.
I try.
Mm. So, for this game, we're doing more of a show, not tell kind of thing. And since one character's experience is completely different from the next character's experience, there's no we don't say what happened last time, so
La la la
it,
la 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 la.
it's all totally fresh.
Super fresh, darling.
So Alex,
Hello, hello.
tell us what your character is like.
Yes, so I will be playing Voyd Valentine, and they are a Mephistopheles tiefling. Is that right? Did I choose that? Did I choose that correctly? Mephistopheles tiefling
Mm-hmm.
wizard
Yep.
who it goes, they consider themselves polygender,
Mm.
and they always refer to themselves as they. They go by Voyd Valentine. That is their full, like, Beyonce, and actually, they are a well known jewelry maker in Fiskar. So it's like, imagine people referring to someone like, oh, that's Harry Winston. Like, that's how it is. Like, it's Voyd Valentine. Hello. And they are very tall. They stand about 6'3", but very lanky, very lean, cute, fierce look every single time. And, they started at the Fiskar Academy, Arcane Academy, the Wizard Academy.
Mm-hmm.
But, tragically things went south and they had to leave. I'm not going to go into too much detail. They never do, actually. So, sorry. This is how it is. Let's just say they are no longer with the Wizards. Boo hoo to them. But great for me because Boy Valentine, established an incredible business where they make just all kinds of jewelry. They just love gold. They love diamonds. They love all kinds of gems, and yellow's their favorite color. It's been going well. They are super well known in Fiskar. The wealthy all know their designs so well. It's just been a great life for Boyd Valentine so far. Just making money and being fabulous, going to amazing parties. And yeah, they do have a store. They have their main flagship store. No really branches, to be honest. It's just their main store. It's in a rather nice neighborhood, I would say. Nice area,
Mm-hmm.
market, more high end. I wouldn't say it's the wealthiest of neighborhoods, probably not, but certainly a place where you will find the nice clientels. And they have two assistants, male, half orc, by the name of, let me see what name I gave them because I don't remember. I don't, who keeps track of, the help these
Not
days?
me.
I certainly don't. It's just like, hey, garçon, oh, Trork. Trork, Trork,
Chork.
is more of the bouncer of the store. They are there
Okay.
in case something goes down, and they help open and close the store. They're the muscle. He is the muscle of the store. And then, of course, we have Just Nair
Ooh.
Grimbrow, who is a female dwarf. Of course, dwarves have to come into play when it comes to jewelry and stones and like like we need someone who knows what they're doing to help around. And just Nair helps with the books as well, and kind of odds and ends here and there. But Voyd Valentine is a control freak. They like to be in control of their business. So it's like he works a lot in the store, and then he goes off and parties. So he is they are a very hardworking individual. Oh my gosh, that
Okay.
was long-winded. That's Voyd Valentine.
So, Voy Valentine.
Yes.
Let's say it's, I don't know, what time do you think Void Valentine would go to his store? On, let's say, a
They are
Monday.
probably well, they probably let Trork and Justin Nair open at the store early,
Hmm.
just to make sure that if there's any early clientele, Justin Nair can handle it. Then Boy Valentine probably is getting up, probably from a crazy party the night before. He's gotta, drink some coffee, get their shit together. They have their look together. Probably is rolling into the store around 11 a.m., and that's considered early. Um, yeah, I would say probably around 11. And then they stick around. They do the work. They do any you know any kind of new designs. They see client like exclusive clientele in certain hours of the day, and then they probably do leave work maybe like 6ish. They stay just a little bit late. They feel like I got to put in some hours, but then it's like go home, decompress a little bit, have a small bite to eat, get redone, and go to another event. Yeah, that's probably what it is. They have a
Okay.
busy social life.
So, let's say it's 11:15 in the morning,
Okay.
and you're walking down the street towards your store. Down the street in Fiskar where your store is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it is an affluent area, but much like many affluent areas, there are not so affluent people around.
So,
Okay. And you get to your storefront, the door is open. Not open, but unlocked, right?
mm-hmm.
And you enter your store. Your receptionist is at the front desk.
Hi, just Nair. How's the day been?
Oh, it's been fine. I've just been sitting here.
Any clients come in?
Nope.
Slow day. Ugh, so wretched. Okay, fine. Are any orders I have to deal with today?
Not that I know of. No.
Okay, so maybe it's gonna be a slow day after all. No matter. Um, where's Torque?
Oh, he's in the back.
Okay. I am waiting on a shipment of gold and some silver. Um, I just need to make sure that he's around to pick them all up. It's gonna be a lot of stuff. And I just need him to just bring it to the back workshop. You don't mind telling him that.
No, no, I'll tell him. Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you walk past the front desk. Can you explain what your shop looks like?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
Voyd
Voyd
Valentine
Valentine
has
has
this
this
very
very
chic
chic
little
little
boutique
boutique
of a
of a
store.
store.
Um,
Um,
there's a
there's a
nice
nice
sign
sign
outside
outside
that
that
says
says
Voyd
Voyd
Valentine,
Valentine,
very
very
crisp
crisp
font.
font.
Um,
Um,
they love having the gold represented, not like obscene amount of gold. This is not Donald Trump gold. We're talking very classy, elegant, sporadic use of gold for accents. He does have a little bit of a gaudy taste with decorations. They're just very a lot of detail in a lot of the trims, and there's probably like some gold curtains and things like that. But very big windows on the storefront so that people can see the store and the cases of all of the pieces. And when you come in, there's still a lot of like wood being used, very probably high end wood to that makes up the cases themselves. So you have the wood trim and then the glass, and people can look over it. And the ones that are probably pret-a-porter and um, just ready to just pick up for anyone who can spend the money. And then of course there's probably like a big center table as you come in that showcases maybe a couple of little hands here and there, and or like a little like a um what do you call those? Shoot, the name just escaped me. It's like those little statues that are just a head. Crap, damn it.
Little
There's a word for
busts.
that. A bust. Thank you. So there's probably like a little bust, very cute, very like just perfectly sculpted, like and then with like hand or maybe like it's just so it's so Void Valentine. And then there's like pieces on it and things like that that they can look and like, oh, that's cute. And yeah, that's nose pieces falling off, but that's okay. um Then you have Justin, you're probably behind the counter. Um, and there's probably to the back workshop a place that you can, walk around the counter, and then it's just closed off with like a nice, cute little gold curtain that leads you to the back workroom, which is probably a little bit messier than it really should be, but you know, you can only do so much.
Okay, so as you move the gold curtain aside to go through it,
Uh-huh.
you hear a voice over your shoulder. Excuse me. And when you turn around and look, there's a woman standing there. She has really dark skin, long black hair, and she's dressed like wizards in Fiskar dress when they're in the military, except she has a poncho over it. So she's got high riding boots and like riding pants and she's wearing a lot of gray and beige with a poncho over it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
You're late, darling.
I I heard that you're Void Valentine, right?
That's correct.
I heard that this was a
You
place you could come if you needed things that weren't on the registry.
Just as a clarification, where are we having this conversation? In the
You were,
store or outside?
yes, in the
In the
store. You
store.
are
There's no
walking through your
just
gold curtain, and she is right there.
um
How about Alex? How about you roll an Arcana check for me?
oh, I gotta roll. Oh, okay. Okay,
Mm.
okay, 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 okay. I didn't know we were gonna roll. Let's see, can I roll here? How can I roll on roll? I just roll. Will I get like a little dice? Oh, okay, that's cute. All right, I got an 11.
So with an 11, um,
Mhm.
you know that she probably teleported in, which
Bitch.
means that she is probably a higher level wizard than you are.
I really can't stand her. But business is business. And who did you say? Well, you didn't. Who are you?
We haven't met. I've heard your name a lot around, but my name is Corinne Winter.
Corinne Winter?
Yes. And I heard that you had things that were not necessarily tracked by the Academy.
And who, may I ask, gave you this information?
Oh, you just heard these things around. Um, Look, I'm looking for something
Hmm.
kind of specific.
Describe.
Well, it would be a ring of invisibility.
Well, those are rather unique rings, aren't they not?
Well, yes.
And how much did you say you would pay for such a ring?
It depends on how much you're asking. Look, I have cash, and I will also give you some advice.
Advice.
Mm-hmm.
Advice is not going to help me any right now. I need
Yes,
the
it will.
money. Well, it depends on how valuable this advice is.
But I will give you cash.
With the money,
Mm-hmm. Cash and advice.
hold 1 moment, please.
Certainly.
Voyd Valentine will then walk back to their workroom, not let Corinne through, um, procure said ring, bring
Mm-hmm.
it back in a nice, like, case,
Mm-hmm.
and then opens it and then presents it.
It looks beautiful.
Mhm. And then Void Valentine like nods to Josnir, and Josnir immediately goes to the front door and like locks it. We're closed. Like this is
Sure, sure.
this is a private event purchase. Say it.
So, how much would you like for said ring?
Hmm. How much do these rings actually run by? Like game wise, I don't even know.
Probably 3, 4 thousand gold.
Oh my god.
Like a lot.
Um,
Yeah, it's really
like a
expensive.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Is it like ring of invisibility? What level is it?
It's a lot.
It's it's considered. Oh my god! I'm going past the blue. I'm going into
Like
no.
this
Where's it?
this
Where's it? No,
probably isn't
it's
something you've made yourself, more like something you traded off, you know what I
no. I
mean?
would have had to.
Yeah,
I didn't even see it. Where? I don't see it, James.
that's okay.
Anywho, so oh yeah, it is. There it is. Holy cow! I'm in the orange. This is a legendary item. Um, Would Void Valentine really have access to this? Oh my
He might
god.
have
Oh
it
no,
in his
they
case.
moved
Yeah.
it. They're moving it. Yeah, they're definitely moving it.
Hmm.
This is not something that they made at all. This is something that is like priceless. Probably the most expensive thing they have in the entire building.
Probably.
Um, I don't know. How much did this go? Like 20K? I'm gonna say,
Name your
yeah.
price.
Void Valentine will then be like 20.
Um, she pulls a envelope from behind her and she hands it over to you. There's the cash. Here's the advice. If things get weird in a couple of days, I suggest going underground.
Weird, darling. What do you mean weird?
You'll know if it happens.
Look. Hey. And they'll take the envelope and count the money.
Mm-hmm. It's all there.
Okay. Um, well, the ring is yours, darling.
You know, you're everything I thought you would be.
Um, but of course.
See you later. She snaps her fingers and she's gone.
Woo! Boy Valentine turns to Justin. He's like, we are rich. Girl, we are rich. Beyond our wildest dreams. We are closing tonight. We're partying tonight. We're oh my god. Go get the finest bottle of champagne. Go, go, go. And like hands Justin here like just a load of money and just like go, 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 go.
So she leaves, locks the door behind her,
Mm-hmm.
and what do you want to do after that?
I'm counting the rest of the money and I'm just like making sure like I'm not crazy. Oh my god, it's all here. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can buy a new house. I can buy a new location. I can go on vacation. I can oh my god, the parties that I can have. Oh, I'm just speechless. I can't. I
There's a knock on the door,
can't.
the front door.
Yeah, I turned to look. Um, can I see who that is? Is there someone who's
There
there? Because
is
there's glass everywhere.
a shape in front of the glass door that is really wide and really tall. A
Um,
very, very big person is knocking on her
okay.
door.
I go to the door and I'm like, yes. What do they look like? How are they dressed?
All in black with like a, I wouldn't say fashionable. I wouldn't say that. Um, Black pants, which are mostly obscured by a black coat that covers them. And the face is, well, there's a black hat, right? And the face is kind of blurry through the glass door.
Um, I make sure the door is locked.
It is.
Click. And I still talk through the glass like, "Can I help you?"
You can help yourself, Voyd Valentine.
Okay.
Just open the door.
No. Who are you?
As you look through the door,
Mm-hmm.
the countenance is familiar to you because at the academy you met someone named Brutus who was um, super aggro and
A little bit my type. Okay. Go on.
if you say so.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that he is probably a human, but a very, very big human.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And you know
All
that
right.
he is an adjudicator. He is someone who hunts down people that commit crimes with magic. He's a kind of a cop, kind of military, kind of wizard. The lines are blurred.
All right. Shit. If I recognize that, then Void Valentine will definitely reluctantly unlock the door and let him in. Reluctantly, like, come in. If
Hello,
you
Void
must.
Valentine.
Hello, Brutus.
I see you've been busy.
Always.
You've made a. He starts to wander around your showroom. He doesn't touch anything, he just looks. You've made a lot of beautiful things.
Yes, I know, darling.
I bet you've got more beautiful things in the back, though, don't you?
I've got my tools in the back.
Hmm. Right.
And supplies.
Yeah. What else you got back there?
Nothing.
Hmm. All right. We'll play it your way. And his stare is so intense. They just like.
Is he trying to intimidate me? Because I'm staring right back. So unless he's trying to intimidate me, I mean, do you need me to? I can try to roll a deception, but it's probably gonna be like shit. I can try. You never know. I can still roll a 20.
Now, I
No,
know
I rolled a
that.
4.
I
No.
know that you don't need the money. Look around. You've got
But
the
money's
most.
nice, Brutus.
You've got the most beautiful and most affluent people in Fiskar coming here. You don't need the money.
We
It's like
always
your.
need more money.
It's like your thumb in your nose at the academy, isn't it?
At everyone, okay? So, what?
We're looking for someone.
Could you be more specific, please?
Dark skin, long hair. Probably was here in the last few minutes or so. An enemy of Fiskar. You're not an enemy of Fiskar, are you, Voyd Valentine?
Don't tempt me.
Mm.
No, of course not. The person you were referring to was here, like you said. Now, you probably know more than I do. I barely even spoke to her. She just came and bought a little ring and left. Poof.
What kind of a
She
ring?
was also magical.
What kind of a ring?
Just a little trinket.
What kind of a trinket?
One of my premier collection rose diamonds right here, as you can see. She decided to go for the trillion cut one. It's not necessarily one I recommend. I mean, I have one. I know how to wear it. I know how to take care of it, but it always snags on clothes, so it's not for everyone.
Hmm. You're telling me Corinne Winter was in this place and she bought a trinket?
It's not just a trinket. I mean, it was a rather good piece.
I don't care how much money it's worth. I care what it can do.
It makes you look fabulous.
Hmm.
That's what it does.
You know, if it were up to me, you'd have been in jail a long time ago.
You just relax. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Hmm.
Because I'm falling apart. um, Fine, Brutus. She bought a ring of invisibility, alright?
Hmm. Is that all?
That is all.
All right then. And he goes out the door the way he came in, but even though he's so big, it 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 barely makes any. Like he's just gone.
Oh. I locked the door behind him.
Okay,
Continue
so
to count my money.
tell us about Voyd Valentine's Day. Like what would he normally be doing around now?
Well, probably would be checking inventory, making sure that everything was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Also, oh my god, I put so much of this stuff on myself. It's amazing. Um, Checking inventory,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that the place was well kept and clean, expecting Torque to keep everything tidy, making sure just Nair is keeping everything tidy, and then would go to the back and probably has a still list of things to do, pieces to make that they make specifically for a very exclusive clientele. So like the aristocracy of Fiskar, the wealthiest of the wealthiest, the diplomats, the politicians, the royalty, whatever. I don't know how is Fiskar really structured socially speaking. I don't really know.
There is a lot of class warfare going on at the moment.
Okay.
You've noticed more and more less affluent people on the streets lately outside. Even though you're in a very affluent area of Fiskar, you've noticed that there are a lot of people that have the have-nots, right?
Okay.
Um,
So Voyd Valentine's, be sure to stay away from them.
that and the war with Burroughs has lately been getting more, and you've noticed it on the news, even if it wasn't something that was on your personal radar. You see it on the news. Like you're used to
And
dealing with
it's
people that are very rich, and so it might not come up that much, but it's in your peripheral all the time.
Okay, so it probably comes up in conversation during some of these events and parties. People
Sure.
talk about it. It's like, oh, but it's more of a nuisance than like anything really that's going to affect us.
Probably not.
Um, so they would, yeah, they would probably spend some time during the day to work on some additional pieces. But with all this money that they just got, they're
Mm-hmm.
going immediately to their safe,
Okay.
putting it in.
Okay.
And in the safe, there's probably more items that are being or potentially to be moved. So they have a very secure vault. Um, they put the money in. There's these other pieces. There's probably like the heart of the ocean in there and shit. Like the Hope Diamond. You know, it's like that's the kind of shit they keep in there. And yeah, they'll go through, look at the next order that has to come out. They've come down from their high of how much money they have, and it's like I still need to work. I still need to get shit out. They're very driven by their work. They enjoy not just the making of it. It's like this child, this baby that they're creating. Every piece is like a little piece of them going out into the world.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like there are dollar signs attached to this thing. So it's like that money, like they're taking that money from some wealthy politician or whatever or diplomat.
Yeah, yeah.
Hint, hint. Um, and they're just eating it up. Like it's like this is where it's at. Um, yeah, that's their typical day, and then they spent a few hours working on several pieces, and I'm sure just Nair has come back with some champagne. Like that was like hours ago. Where did she go?
She does come back.
Just Nair.
And as she unlocks the door, someone comes in with her.
Oh, what is today? What is happening?
It
Who
is
comes in?
Mrs. Wainwright,
Do I know
who,
Mrs.
yes, you
Wainwright?
do. You know her very well.
Okay.
She has
Okay.
bought many of your pieces. She is
Nice.
extremely wealthy. And the kind of wealthy that they're nice to everybody, you know what I mean? Not the kind of wealthy where they're bitchy, but like the kind of wealthy where they're nice to everybody because nothing ever goes wrong for them.
Okay.
And she is dressed fashionably, but old. She's an old lady.
Okay. What is her first name?
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda, it's so good to see you again. And then like go over and like give her a hug. Oh, darling, so good for you come to visit little old
Oh,
me.
Voyd Valentine. I heard your new collection's coming out in a couple of weeks, but I had to get a sneak peek.
Way, darling, come this way. And then he'll go around behind the counter and it's like little right there. And he just like lifts this little like cover and shows her. It's like, oh, this is my new premier collection, the Rose Diamond collection.
Now, behind her, you can see at the the glass storefront.
Mm-hmm.
She's in front of you at the counter. Behind her, you can see children running by.
Mm-hmm.
Poor children.
But that's unfortunate.
Mm. Well, Voyd Valentine,
Yes.
I must know, which is the most, I don't want to say expensive. I don't want to say that. I want to say, what's the word I'm looking for?
No. Are you looking for something more exotic? Are you looking
That's the
for
one.
something that's making a statement?
Which one is the most exotic?
Oh, okay. So this one over here
Mm-hmm.
is it. Of course, is part of the Rose Diamond collection, and Void Valentine showcases this like necklace, and it's got several like diamonds just in different locations. And what's really exotic about it is that it's a combination of like it's got gold pieces into it, it's got silver line, like it's just all these little like um, designs of like rose petals, and like the diamonds look like they're actual roses themselves,
Hmm.
and it's got all these little floral motifs, and it's just you just look like I don't know, like a bouquet of roses.
Oh my god. Is it on? Is it for sale?
uh, well, I wasn't going to put it up for sale until the show
But,
tomorrow,
but,
but for you, I can make an exception. Now, I would still want to showcase it though. Would that be fine, or do you want to leave with it today?
oh, today.
Okay, I guess I can always showcase some other pieces instead, but you're one of my most loyal clients, and you pay well. So, and you're just my favorite people in the world.
Oh,
Um, yes, I can part with it today. It will cost a little extra because then I have to replace it with another piece. And it's such short notice. I think I can make something happen for tomorrow.
cost of no object.
Oh, well then, darling, it's yours. This piece will run
Don't say the number.
three.
I don't want to know.
No,
I don't want to know
no.
the number.
Oh,
Just let my assistant know.
perfect. I'll send your assistant the bill
Perfect.
then. Okay. And they will box it up in this like beautiful little case with Voyd Valentine's name across, and it's part of the Rose Diamond collection. So it's got all these little like rose motifs on it. It's like exclusive, bags it, and then like gives it to smell.
She takes it.
Enjoy it, darling. Enjoy it.
Void Valentine. Mwah. And she leaves in like a very dramatic flourish.
Mm, mm, mm. Puts that money away.
Well, that was a good sale, wasn't it? And you notice that Brutus is still in the room with you.
Mm. I've ignored him this entire time. I'm drinking my champagne instead.
Well, that was a good sale.
Well, of course, darling. Bless you, Brutus.
Like you.
Um, I am rather successful. You know that, right? Well, of course, yeah, you know everything because as soon as you came in, you were like, hey, who is this person that just was here like a few minutes ago? So you know so much about me.
I know everything about you, Void Valentine.
Oh, should I be worried?
Worried? No, I wouldn't be worried. It's probably fine.
Don't you have other things to worry about than little old me?
Oh, I really do. I really don't want to be here. But,
Okay.
orders.
Well, I told you what I know. She was here. She left with a ring.
Mm, I just want you to remember, I'm watching you.
Thanks.
And then he's gone. Like he turned around and he just isn't where he was.
Wait, did he also poof like Corinne did or something? I don't know. Okay,
Hard to
fine.
say.
Well, I'm glad they're gone.
After he poofs, um, you notice the same kids running outside your window, but they're running the opposite direction.
Okay. Just sheer curiosity. Voyd Valentine just kind of walks towards a window and just kind of sees them out there.
Well, there is one in the front who's obviously being chased by the others.
Like play chasing, like tag chasing.
Roll an insight check for me. This is D&D after all.
I know. Where is? Oh, there it is. Wait. My dice don't want to. $23.
Oh shit!
I rolled pretty high on that one.
You sure did. Jeez. Okay, so the child in front is being chased by the others, and not for not for a joke.
Again, just sheer curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
Voyd Valentine will go outside. At this point, the store is being managed by Justnier and Jork, and just casually walks in their direction, just
Okay.
seeing what they're up to.
Well, you go outside, and you follow the children that were chasing the other, and they corner this one kid in an alley.
Voyd Valentine will probably walk following them to the entrance of the alley, just seeing what they do.
Sure. And it is straight up 80s style bullying.
How many kids are bullying this one kid?
There is 4 on one.
How does the bullied kid look? Is he fighting back?
He stopped fighting back a while ago. He's still trying to keep his composure, but you can see that he's not too far away from just giving up altogether.
Voyd Valentine just stands there watching for a bit, but then makes eye contact with the child, like I'm assuming is on the ground and just being wailed upon. And just really does this kind of like eye roll, like it. It's almost like they they have seen this scene play out before many times, and it's all too familiar, and they're just kind of done with it. Like, it's like this just cycle continues and continues and continues, and that is just an annoyance right now to Voyd Valentine, and probably waits for a bit. That child's still getting wailed upon, and then finally just says, "All right, enough, you two. Let that one go already. Don't you just ever get tired?" And throws like fire bolts at these kids that are
Okay.
bullying the one. Like literally just starts like shooting at these kids, not to like kill, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely to singe clothes and to, burn some hair off their heads and,
Okay.
shoot them in the butt so that they won't be able to sit down for a good week.
Okay.
And just, very like,
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll an attack for that because it just right. They're not combatants. So
right, right. And Void Valentine isn't
not to
trying
you,
to kill with the firebolt. It's just,
of course,
across the nose, not up it.
of course. Just a warning shot. Yeah.
Right.
So you scare off these four bullies, and they scatter in different directions.
Ugh.
And they are a little singed and maybe yelping a little bit. They run away. The one that they were bullying stands up and he looks nervous.
Void Valentine walks towards the kid. Again, almost like a little bit annoyed by this whole situation still. Clickety clacking in their high heels as they walk in this probably cobblestone alley. I don't know how the alleys are in this neighborhood, but certainly making themselves very known that this is not the day that they were hoping to have. Like
Mm.
we started with a very good day,
Mm.
a very good day, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just started to go downhill. Now, child, you must learn to defend yourself. 4 against 1. That's life. It's never fair. What's your name?
My name is Lyra.
Lyra.
Hmm.
Don't you have a knife or something you could have just stabbed them with?
I mean, I don't want to. I just want to leave me alone.
Right. Well, that would do it.
How do you? How do you do that?
Well, darling, I was naturally gifted, of course. What are your natural talents?
I don't know. I can draw. I guess.
It sounds like to me you need to be practicing running a little faster, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, thanks for scaring them away.
I recommend a knife. And they actually do carry like a dagger with them. Because I mean we're dealing with a very expensive individual here who knows how to defend themselves. And they are carrying a little dagger. It's a nice dagger, nicely sized little dagger. Um, I wouldn't say it's ragged or ratchet or anything. It's actually very nice. Probably has never really had to use it themselves, but they always carry it kind of like concealed and pulls the dagger out. And it's like, here you go, Lyra. May it be useful to you in perhaps even just scaring them away. How about that? And if you do get the guts to use it, be sure to go deep and twist.
Do you think you could show me how to use it?
Cool. Boy Valentine takes it back, almost like snatching it back, because they're annoyed at this point. Like, but there's something there that they're still going with, and probably sees a little bit of themselves in little Lyra, but not entirely. This is how you use it. Unsheaths the dagger, hold it like so, and when they come at you, just thrust and twist. If they're taller than you, makes it easier. Go for the legs. There's a very rather large artery in the leg. You can just slice right across it. They will bleed to death very easily. They'll fall to the ground in pain and start screaming. Yeah. Here. Have a go at it.
He reaches out and takes the hilt of the dagger, which is probably, you know, yeah.
Yeah, let's say about.
It's not a pocket knife.
No, it's like about, the blade is about like a good 10 inches to a foot long.
Well, the boy is probably 12, so it's like forearm length.
Yeah.
Okay.
About right.
And he waves it around a couple of times. Like,
that's the start. Yes. Keep practicing.
do you live around here?
Oh God, no. My apartment is
Are you?
in another district.
Oh. Can I come by and you're Voyd Valentine, right? You have the store over there. Can I?
C'est moi.
Is it okay if I come by and see you? You know, just to, I don't know, it's stupid.
I'd rather you didn't. But if you need to come visit, you know where I am. Maybe shower first.
Okay.
And actually we'll pull out a little bit of money since we've encountered quite a bit of money lately.
Oh.
And gives it to Lyra, like a nice, would be a good amount to give to a poor child, like 10 gold.
Okay.
That'd be happy with 10 gold.
His face is, he tries to keep it together. You know what I mean? But you can tell he's excited by it.
Buy yourself a shower, some new clothes, and then you can come visit.
Okay, so let's take a break.
Okay.
For 10 minutes or so, and then we'll come back and we'll finish this thing off. Hey, Alex?
Sound good?
All right. And we're back.
Hello.
Okay, so Voyd Valentine.
Yes.
A couple of days go by with
Okay.
it's business as usual. There's no
Sure.
odd visitors to your store or anything like that. You go in, you work on your jewelry.
Okay. 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 Making money, making biscuits, and then going to fabulous parties in the evening and on the weekends.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the third day, you're working in your workshop. And you hear a noise.
What kind of a noise?
It sounds it's from very far away.
Like a
And
rumbling noise? A
yes,
lightning?
yes.
Okay.
Um,
um,
it sounds like the world is ending.
because I know exactly what kind of sound that is. Um, shit. I run immediately to Jasnir. I'm like, what is that? What is happening?
I don't know.
Uh, uh, well, Chork, go check, go see what that is.
Is Barras attacking?
Uh, I don't know. Would the war actually come here?
And outside, through your glass windows, you can see people running by. They're all running the same direction.
Oh shit. Um, Jasnir, put everything in the vault as fast as you can. Lock up. I will get the stuff from the back, and Voyd Valentine will immediately run to the back of the workshop, gets this bag, and starts putting all kinds of like stuff in it. Like, this is the kind of thing that you're told to never do, right? Like, in case of a fire or natural disaster, never go back to the office and get your laptop and phone, like run out the building. No.
Mm-hmm.
Voyd Valentine does a complete opposite, right? Goes back to the workshop, puts stuff in their bag, tools, weapon, like, because they've got weapons back there in case somebody tries to steal shit. So they put their stuff back there, and then they're like, boom, backpack ready to go. Like, Jasnir, let's get the hell out of here, girl.
She's out the
We're
door
going out the
before you even
back.
finish
Like,
your sentence.
yeah, we're running out the back door, locking shit up, like, putting like the bars down. This has gotten like, Walking Dead type of a scenario. We're locking shit up. Like, if people are like running, World War Z style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh no, this is like this because it's like the war has finally come to the city,
So you go
and yeah,
you
we're going
you
out
go
there.
outside into the alley, and you feel pressure waves come past you. Like, boop, boop, boop. And as they
Okay.
do, it kind of blows your hair around a little bit. And the sound is very deep in your chest. But you can tell it's so far away. It must have been like a huge explosion of some kind. Um, and in the distance, you can see a darkness. Between the buildings, where you can kind of see into the distance, you can see this huge dark cloud that's slowly coming towards Fiskar.
Um, I'm running the opposite direction. Like, I
Okay.
am not going towards that cloud. I'm
So
running as fast as I can in my stiletto heels. I am Jurassic Park running. You know what I mean? You know the new one, Jurassic World running in the high
Mm-hmm.
heels.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is Void Valentine right now, like running, full sprinting in high heels, opposite direction of that motherfucking cloud.
So your shop was literally in the shadow of the Wizard Academy. They have a big tower. Of course, they have a big tower, right? A big
Uh-huh.
stone tower. And then at the end of the street is an entrance for the subway.
Will the subway take me in the opposite direction of the cloud?
Like it goes in a lot of different directions. If you go down,
Yeah,
if you
but
go down
this is
there.
there a branch? Is there a stretch of it that takes me outside the city or something? Because
Yeah, you
girl,
know that there is. If you go down into the subway, you know that there used to be a network of tunnels underneath Scythia where they had long distance trains that used to run, but nowadays they use teleportation circles for that. But the subway still runs underneath Fiskar.
okay, I have a little bit of history. I have a plus
Mm-hmm.
3 in history.
Mm-hmm.
I would know. I'm a fairly smart individual. I'm a little bit of a survivalist. Um, I've worked. Yeah, I've been in the streets. I know these streets. I know how to survive in these streets.
Yes, you do.
I revert back to my instincts when I
Okay.
was younger,
Okay.
and I book it. At this point, I probably lost Jasnir and Trook. I don't know where they went.
She
I don't
she ran
like.
out the door before you finished her
Yeah,
sentence. You don't know where she
yeah.
went.
We're all like we all went in our own separate directions. I have my my trick bag, I guess. I don't know. It's got all my goods. And I book it down the subway. I find some of the old tunnels that I used back in the day
Mm-hmm.
to get me out of this damn city.
Okay. You got
Yeah,
on the
I am.
you got on the subway, and there aren't a lot of people down there. It didn't occur to a lot of people to go down underground. But once you get down there, you feel safer.
Ooh, okay. Do I
Like
feel the rumbling still inside me, like
no.
Not ooh, okay, good.
As soon
I
as
made a
you get
good choice.
underground, that goes away.
Okay, good choice. I do have my crossbow out, and I do
Okay.
have another dagger on me, just in case someone's trying to mess with me.
Sure. So you make your way down to the subway, and the cars are stopped. So there is in front of you. You know, you get on the stairs and you go around a couple of tunnels,
Yeah.
and you get down to where the train cars are. And normally they would be running, but they have stopped. Like everyone has left. So as you look forward down the tunnel, you can see where the subway normally goes. And there's also a tunnel off to the left, which you know from your previous years to go. That's where the long haul trains used to go, which no longer really run because well they still do. What they do is they put people on trains and then they run it through a teleportation circle, so they're just like from one
Oh,
end of Scythia to the other, right?
all right. So I am like crossbow out, SWAT team of one,
Mm-hmm.
and jumping down into the tunnel itself, and I'm taking that left turn. Is it to the left, to the right? I'm taking that turn.
Okay. So you go down that way, and there's a train car sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
After walking maybe, I don't know, a few hundred feet, there's a train car sitting there. that looks like it was ready to go when whatever it is that happened. But it's dark. And in front of it is a huge circle built into stone around the tunnel. And it is also dark.
Dark vision, I'm good. Evening.
By dark, I mean it's not glowing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The circle thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would I remember this being here before?
Yeah, you would know that the trains run a certain way, but there's a teleportation circle built into the tunnel. You know what? Why don't you roll an Arcana check for me?
Okay. Let me see. $22.
Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, with the 22, you look at the teleportation circle and you feel like you could reactivate it.
Maybe. Do I know where it goes?
No.
Damn. So it's it's all or nothing. This is
Mm.
either I'm dead behind me or I'm dead in front of me. I love to live on the edge. I'm trying to see if I have any spells that can help me in any kind of way. I am level 1. How about I just mage armor myself?
Okay.
Because why not? I'm a fucking wizard.
Yeah.
And I'm going into a potentially danger zone in front of me. God knows what's in front of me. And I got my crossbow out, so I guess I do my little magic thingy, like, I don't know. What do you want me to
Okay,
do?
so you go up to the teleportation circle, and you can tell that there are places on it where you can do your magic, right? You don't have to be a high level wizard. It's made for like engineers to operate, right?
Great. So this is like the instruction manual. Press on.
Yes. So you can work certain areas of the circle to get it to operate. And as you do, it begins to glow purple.
Take a deep breath. Is it open?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to pass through it.
Okay.
God knows where this will take me. I don't believe in any gods, but this is the time to start becoming a believer.
So you walk through the circle. And as you pass through it, you can feel a difference in the humidity and the temperature. It's
like
cooler.
Muggy, or it's cooler. Okay.
It's cooler with a higher humidity. And
all right. Okay.
in front of you, you see neon light. But you're very clearly underground.
What color neon light?
Pink.
Okay.
So as you start to walk forward in this tunnel, it opens up into a huge cavern underground. And there's a city down there.
Voyd Valentine is thinking, where the hell am I? Would I know?
You've heard stories. Well, you know what? Roll a history check for me. This is D&D.
Okay. Right. I have a little bit of. I studied. I went to school. I went to a really good school. I mean, I got kicked out, but I went to a really good school. I got a 13, so maybe I don't.
Okay, so you've heard stories about people that live underground.
Ooh, like the
people that couldn't make it on the surface world. People that either defected from the military or, you know, whatever.
Sure.
And about how there was a city underground where you could go if you ever. In fact, you might have thought of this before when you were getting kicked out of the Wizard Academy and everything. It might have been in the back of your mind the whole time. This is a
Maybe.
place you could go if they ever caught you.
I will go towards the city.
Okay. So you walk down the tracks, which are cold. Tracks are cold. And as you make your way into the city, the pink light envelops you. You can see some fairly tall buildings. None of them very tall. Not like Fiskar tall. But maybe a couple 3 stories tall, some of the taller buildings. And above you, you can see the roof of the cavern, a couple of 100 feet above you. You must be very far underground.
I'm thinking how fabulous I must look with this pink light on my red skin.
As you go down the tracks, the first place you come across is on your right.
Okay.
And it looks like a bar. And a neon lettering above the door that says The Lowdown.
Are there people out and about?
A few here and there. They don't seem concerned whatsoever. Whatever happened on the surface apparently is not happening down here.
Okay. Then I would. Do people look dangerous? I know you said these are kind of like outcasty people.
Not really.
So
I mean,
in Boy Valentine's mind, these are like poor people.
I mean, they could
But he used to be one of them. So it's
Hmm.
not like he's being hypocritical.
be. Sure.
Voyd Valentine, they are being hypocritical. They will store away their crossbow and
Okay.
be more relaxed. It's almost like they shift gears from when they were in the store. It looks like there was a lot more. What's the word? You had just a little extra extravagance and like flamboyance in the store with clients and everything and the people coming
Sure.
in and out. But down here, they switch and they. I mean, obviously, I'm looking for yours, but they just kind of let some of that go
Mm-hmm.
and just like keep walking. I mean, sees the bar. How does the bar look? Is that like a busy establishment? Can I see?
If you were to
into it?
stand there a few minutes, you might see somebody come out or go in. It's obviously open. It doesn't have windows. It's like a bar, you know what I mean? Like where they don't have big plate glass windows.
Okay. I would go over to the barkeep
Okay.
and just kind of very relaxed come to the bar. So you know there's a war happening, right?
Oh, that doesn't matter to us down here. They do what they're gonna do. We just keep on living.
Um, do you think that they would make their way down here though?
No, never. They don't come down here.
Okay, well that's good.
And you notice that at the other end of the bar there is another tiefling.
Fabulous. What do they look like exactly?
Well, she is green. And that's where we'll cut it off tonight.
That'll be a nice little tie-in for my tiefling sister.
Yeah.
I see you, Morgan. I see you typing. I see you. We're gonna be like secret handshake, girl. Like,
That's right.
yes, exactly. I love it. No, this is great. This is great. Great, James. As a player, knowing, having played in the Entropy games and the Neon Goblin games with, Scythia, and knowing what's gonna happen, knowing what's happening, it's really interesting having that meta knowledge, of course. But my character is like, God, what has just happened? Where am I? Oh my God, my store, my money. But I brought my purse, girl. I brought my purse and my crossbow because I'm a survivor. I am going to survive this in stiletto heels, okay?
That's
Like,
right.
bitch, running in these shoes like no one else. So,
Well,
Jurassic.
if you are so inclined, you can go back and watch last week's if you like. But you don't have
Okay.
to because that wasn't your character, right?
I'm gonna keep it as a surprise. I want to watch it. I really, really do, Morgan. I want to see what happened, but I'm gonna keep it as a surprise. I'm gonna, we'll meet each other, and I'm just gonna like play it out. Like, I don't know who the hell this person is,
I
but
will
hey,
say,
sister.
wait, Morgan and I got offline and we were still on Zoom, and Morgan said that, maybe you should put a trigger warning on.
Oh, for Morgan stuff.
Yeah, it was completely different
Ooh.
than yours. So,
That's what makes us so special.
mm-hmm.
That's what makes us all so special. We're all coming, especially for this game, I think we're all coming from very different backgrounds. This is really like Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah,
We're
kind
all
of,
coming
yeah.
together.
Yeah.
We're coming together in a moment of crisis. And this is survival of the fittest, baby.
Yeah.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Like I told little baby, what was it, Lyra? Like,
Mm.
little baby Lyra, like, you need to survive. I hope that dagger comes in handy, baby. You better stab, stab.
Well, thank you so
Bitch, like,
much for doing this with me, Alex.
of course, of course. Thank you so much for inviting me back to the game, and I love this world so much. I got my playlist already,
Yeah,
getting me
so
in the
do I.
mood. So in my okay, so my playlist, just so that you guys all know, it
Mm.
is Gem and the Holograms, because
Okay.
it's 80s. Hello, 80s. But it's not Gem and the Holograms. I'm listening to nothing but the Misfits, the Bad Girls. That is my inspiration. That is my freaking inspiration. Is the freaking Misfits from the
That's producer
80s.
Erica's favorite.
What? Like ever, like just like this is
Oh,
how I'm gonna get
nothing.
into character. I'm a
That's
bad girl.
producer Erica wants to do a cosplay of that at some point.
Oh, totally. I'm
Mm.
with you. I'll do it.
You and
Let's
you
do
and I
it.
can do it with her. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
fun.
So yeah, I was highly inspired by that. And this is going to be interesting. We'll see how Voyd Valentine survives
Yeah, it's gonna
when
be interesting.
their world has just completely flipped. But it's interesting because Voyd Valentine has survived on their own in the mean streets. So they can do this.
They'll
They
stab
can
a
do
bitch.
this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll stab a bitch. Stab a
Well,
bitch.
join us on Monday when we're gonna do Alden. Um, that's gonna be fun.
That's why I threw that little like spoiler. Diplomats.
That's gonna be fun when I do Alden. So
That's gonna be a fun one.
yeah, so that's gonna be on Monday. So again, thank you so much for joining me, Alex.
Yes, of course.
People at home, thank you for joining us. Morgan Prescott, we couldn't do this without you. So, and we will
Love y'all.
see you soon.
Yay.